Hello, Cancers, and welcome to this, your June 1st through June 15th prediction and readings. This is a general reading intended for anybody born under the sign of Cancer, as well as anybody else who has a significant amount of Cancer elsewhere in their chart. For those of you who are returning, you may notice that I am in the same location as I was when I made my last video. It is now the end of May. I may even still be wearing the same clothes that I was wearing last time I recorded your video. I am still sitting here freezing cold. Yeah, the weather here has just been up and down and all over the place. For those of you who are new here, a very warm welcome. Let's get started with your reading, Cancer. The first cards that we're going to pull for you are going to be cards of looking at where you're at now and what you are taking into the month of June with you. This will kind of be the guiding force. Let's have a look. For those of you who are new here, when I pull the cards, I do leave them all sitting face down on my table until I'm actually ready to turn them over and read them. Cancer. Ooh, we got cards coming out all over the place here. Anything else? That was an interesting start. Lots of stuff coming out. And then all of a sudden, whoo, look at them all coming out. Okay. All right, Cancer, we have enough cards out here that what we're going to do, we're going to collect them all up. And we're going to mix these up and determine what cards are really important here, because there's way too many here for the reading or for the purposes of this video. All right, from this small pile, can we please narrow down the important aspects of the message for Cancer, June 1st through June 15th? Where are the Cancers now? All right. Here's 1, 2, and we're going to go through one more time. Anything else? 3. There we go. That's a little bit more reasonable. All right, Cancer, the next card we're going to pull is a card of, or cards of what you are currently focusing on. I'm getting pulled in 2 different directions. This one was stronger. Okay. What are the Cancers focusing on for early to mid-June? And again, we've got a bunch of cards that have flipped out. I think we've just got 3, maybe 4. Let's have a look here. Yep, 3 cards. All right. We're going to have a look at your difficult influences. Okay. So we've got 4 cards that have popped out here. All right. My chair's a little bit squeaky as I wiggle around here. All right. The next cards we're going to pull are cards that just make sense. For those of you who are new here, the cards that just make sense have 2 meanings. Either they tie the rest of the reading together if it seems a little bit disjointed, or the cards that just make sense have identical meanings to another card elsewhere in your reading, thus giving you that double reinforcement. Cards that make sense for Cancer early to mid-June. There's 1 and a couple more. And 1 more. And another one. Oh my, Cancer. I think that you guys have a lot going on right now. A lot. Let's go to unexpected influences and insights. Cancer. Unexpected influences and insights. We have a card here that's sticking out all by itself. I'm wondering if it's actually going to fall onto the table or not. No, it hasn't. Whoa, we're about to lose the whole deck. But two more cards have just popped out. All right. Okay. The final cards that we're going to pull for you, Cancer, are going to be the cards of your general overall outcome. These are the cards that predict or project the farthest into the future. Predicting into mid-June. Where are we going for the outcome? We're going back over here to the fairies. General overall outcome for Cancer for mid-June. All right, let's see what happens when we put the deck back down. We've got a card here. All right. Is there anything else that is supposed to go with that card for the general overall outcome? I'm getting a yes. I'm going to pull another card. Whoa. Okay. Is there anything else? Anything else? I'm sensing no. I'm sensing that we just have that one extra card that needed to come out. And it popped right out. So. Okay, Cancer. Where are you at now? You are at a place of renewal, starting a new cycle, looking to the past and saying, what serves my highest good that I can take forward? What lessons have I learned that I need to move forward with? And what no longer serves my highest good? I don't want to be moving into the next cycle or next phase of my life carrying a bunch of baggage. You've got the 8 of Autumn coming in here. The 8 of Autumn is about doing your research before moving forward, including taking possible courses or seminars in order to make sure that you have the tools and the knowledge necessary to step into this renewal and step into this new cycle. And you have the Queen of Winter here. The Queen of Winter is telling you to let go of that which no longer serves your highest good. You'll notice that the Queen of Winter here has loaded up her fancy sleigh and she's getting ready to leave the past behind her. Cancer, beautiful way to start your reading. Let's move on. What are you currently focusing on? Right. Okay. So currently focusing on a voyage of the heart, traveling lightly, simplifying your life, as well as going slow and taking your time. Voyage of the heart. This is about finding your true calling and really, really discovering what you are meant to be doing here. As I mentioned here with this number 20 card or the renewal card, this is a card of coming to the end of a cycle or a phase in your life and getting ready to step into something new. This could be stepping into a new role in your job, possibly, especially considering this card had the 8 of Autumn right next to it, which corresponds to the 8 of Pentacles. So there is a possibility that you are stepping into a new role in your job or even stepping into a new job altogether. But either way, this is about the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle and exploring what to bring along with you. The renewal card is reinforced by this Queen of Winter, also known as the Queen of Swords, because she is all about leaving the past behind, letting go. Let go. The other thing that the Queen of Winter or Queen of Swords also likes to do is she does like to concentrate on her career. So, yeah, Cancer, there's a really good chance that these cards are talking about your job or career, that you're moving into something new. So the voyage of the heart is about finding what really, really makes you sing, what makes you tick, what really, really makes your heart skip that beat and inspires you. You're also concentrating on traveling lightly at this time. simplifying your life. Well, yeah, you've got two cards here telling you, let go of the past, let go of that which no longer serves you, leave it in the past. That's where it belongs, Cancer. And you have the card of being fogged in. Go slow. Take your time. Okay. I'm sensing that for this card, the message is more about the going slow and taking your time as opposed to actually feeling fogged in. I'm not sensing here that you're really, really feeling like you're fogged in. Maybe for some of you, you are getting to the end of a cycle and you're preparing for this renewal and you're kind of saying, where do I go now? Which direction should I take? Which can leave you feeling a little bit foggy. If you take your time, you will get the answers that you need, including the voyage of your heart and what to let go of. But I'm sensing for some of you, you already know the answers, but you're being told it's okay to slow down when you are on this path of renewal. What do you have in your difficult influences? You have isolation, sorrow, flowering, and totality. Okay. The isolation card corresponds to the Three of Swords in the traditional tarot. This is actually not a big, scary card. This is a card about going within yourself, pulling back from society and the influences of others in order to make a well-informed decision for yourself. Same with this Nine of Swords here. The Nine of Swords, it does say that it's about sorrow. What brings us sorrow? Dwelling in the past. That's what this character is doing on this card. The character on this card is sitting there mulling over the past over and over again, thus bringing himself sorrow. These two cards are in your difficult influence. What's that telling me? It's telling me, Cancer, that you're bringing this on yourself. If you feel sorrow when you are feeling isolated, that's self-imposed, because there's an awful lot of the population that actually likes isolation. So it depends really upon your perspective at this time as to whether spending time on your own is sorrowful or not. Definitely mulling over and spending time in the past will bring you sorrow. But you've got 3 cards in your reading thus far, all saying, let go of the past. When you do that, these cards will disappear from your difficult influences. You have another queen in your difficult influences. This is the Queen of Pentacles. What is that telling me? As you are currently going through this process and entering this new cycle, Cancer, you may be hesitant to really truly embrace the abundance that you have coming towards you. How do you get over that? Well, you go all in. You go in with totality. Here's the problem. This is in your difficult influences, which means that you're hesitating on this right now. Can you switch all of these difficult influences and make them positives? Absolutely. But it's going to take a little bit of work on your part. This is the Five of Wands, or the equivalent to the Five of Wands, telling me that with a little bit of action, a little bit of conscious work, you can move forward from all of these difficult influences, Cancer, and you can move forward from these without too much difficulty. You can move forward from the sorrow by letting go of the past. You can move forward from the isolation by tapping into yourself and then having a release. I forgot to mention with this card, you'll notice on this card that this is a character with golden teardrops coming out of his eyes, and the golden teardrops are thus melting the isolation that is surrounding him. What do those golden teardrops represent? Those golden teardrops represent letting go of the past. and coming to the realization that we are powerful beings. Okay. Can we bring this flowering queen into our reality? Yeah, absolutely. How do we do that? We go all in and we believe on ourselves. All right. Okay. In your, this makes sense. You've got set your sights higher. That's kind of what I was implying with this queen. You're not, I said, I can't remember how exactly I put it, but I said, it's like you're hesitating about new abundance coming in, like you're not welcoming the new abundance that this flowering queen wants to bring into you. Why are you doing that? Because you haven't set your sights higher. Set your sights higher. Remember what I said about the cards that make sense? They confirm other messages. You've got the oracle here asking you to wait for some important information. Well, that corresponds to the go slow and take your time card. You've got the Knight. Be brave and be honest. What this card is telling me is that as you go through this phase of renewal, Cancer, you're going to have to, at times, be brave, step outside your comfort zone, make sure that you are being honest in whatever it is that you're doing. It's going to be really, really important for you going forward. I'm not sure exactly why, but when this card comes up, it's about building trust with people and being honest with people. You have the Winter card coming in, Cancer. This is a card of taking care of your needs. This is also a card about the wolf. Wolves travel in packs. Wolves need their community and they need their support around them. Explore deeply. Cry those golden tears, Cancer. Let go of the past. 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 Cancer, I think that there's a theme going on in your reading here for June 1st through June 15th. There is definitely some baggage that you are carrying around. You want to call in some community. Take care of your needs. You have two cards in your cards that just make sense, indicating that community is really important, that you need to find your pack. When we go through a renewal, when we change or shift jobs, when we change or shift projects, when we're moving into a new career, any of those things, oftentimes our community or our pack changes and shifts. You have two cards here representing that. You do have a really positive card here in the summer, bask in the joy and light. This is a card asking you to step up and step into the new roles that you've been presented with, while at the same time taking care of your needs. I will say that when this card comes up, Cancer, I usually recommend that people really pay attention to their own health. I am not a certified healthcare practitioner in any way, shape, or form. But what I can recommend is whatever you would normally do, Cancer, to take care of your health, whether that be looking towards supplements, whether that be making sure that you're getting enough exercise, whether that be making sure that you are consuming enough clean, high quality fluids, including water, whatever taking care of your needs looks like for you, Cancer, that's going to be important here for the first 2 or 2.5 weeks of June. Let's have a look at your unexpected. In your unexpected, you have you had the 5 of Wands over here. And you've got the 5 of Pentacles coming in here. You've got the 2 of Wands coming in your unexpected. The 2 of Wands is a card of duality. It's a 2. meaning that you will be presented with two different paths that you can travel on. It's an unexpected factor coming in where you thought that you had made up your mind, you thought you'd made a decision, you began down a path, you were presented with this Y in the road, and you decided that you were going to go this way, and you walked a few feet, and all of a sudden the universe said, oh, look, there's another Y in the road. And you're going, what? So in your unexpected influences, it is showing in the Two of Wands that you will be presented with another choice. The Five of Pentacles is also about choice. The Five of Pentacles is about reaching a crossroads where we need to make more of a final decision. So the Two of Pentacles is or the Two of Wands here, any two in the deck, is about us being presented with a kind of that little elbow, that little nudge. Hey, there's something else you could be doing. And it's kind of a whisper, right? And you have the opportunity to look at a Y in the road. The Five of Pentacles is about traveling along your path beyond that number 2 Y in the road and going, really? There was a different way I could have done this. Why didn't you tell me? Oh, geesh. Now, is this something that we cannot overcome? Absolutely not. This is about making our decision and really, really committing to that decision. You have the Fool coming up in your unexpected influences right after that 5. What does that tell me? New beginnings. Okay. The Fool is represented by a character who's about to actually walk right off a cliff, doesn't care, doesn't have a care in the world. He's off on a new adventure, going to go and start something new. So Cancer, you'll also notice that you have a traveler here with your traveling lightly. This is also a traveler. The Queen of Swords is also about to ride away on her sleigh. Cancer, you may have some sort of trip or travel coming up here in the very near future. Did you have something here? No, not really. But you may have a trip or something coming up in your near future. But either way, this is definitely about new beginnings. So the Renewal card is about the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. So we want to look to the past and to the future with this card. With the Fool, it's confirmation that you are, Cancer, at this time stepping into a new cycle or a new phase. In your general overall outcome, you have the Emperor, meaning that a lot of the decisions that you're going to be making in the coming days and weeks going into June the 15th are going to be made from that mental place or that very intellectual place, as opposed to making your decisions from the emotional places, that from the heart. So if you had the Empress coming up here, for example, you would be making your decisions more based on the heart, but instead you're making your decisions based on mental, unemotional logic. You're getting organized and you're moving forward in this new beginning that you've got. The nice thing about this new beginning that you've got happening, because you have a Queen and the Queen here and the Renewal card here, Voyage of the Heart, you've got cards indicating that you are taking your current knowledge base, what you already know and the lessons you've already learned, forward with you on your path or on your journey at this time, Cancer, which is really, really beautiful, as opposed to actually starting from the Fool. Now, the Fool here is representing a new journey. You are stepping off into the unknown, but you have cards here indicating that you have significant experience under your belt. The final card in your reading is the breakthrough card. This is a card of you having almost like an awakening, like those aha moments where you sit up in the middle of the night in your bed and you go, how did I not see that? And then your life just goes boom, 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 boom. Everything begins to fall into place. This is a wonderful way for us to be able to leave off your reading here, Cancer, here for early to mid-June. I hope that this resonated with you. If it did resonate with you, please give me a like. And if you are interested, I am still offering private sessions, and I will leave the information down below. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you again in mid-June.